Do you know what grief is? I bet your answer is yes. I would always have said yes. But I also want to challenge you, because I bet that your answer is wrong. You see, most of us think about, and this is the most of the definitions out there that you'll find, they explain grief as a normal reaction to a loss where you feel anguish and pain and sadness. And it is a horrible situation to be in, and it is just pain and misery. The problem is that these definitions don't actually define what grief is. They tell you things, feelings, emotions that are normal to have when you're in grief. They tell you what is normal to experience as a consequence of grief. But it doesn't define what grief is. And why is this important? Because if you're someone who lives with grief, and let me tell you, if you've experienced profound loss, like the loss of a child, you don't want to give up that grief. You don't want to move on and get past it, because that grief is your tie, your connection to your loved one. So you want to have your grief. But with the old traditional definitions, that means that in order for you to hold on to your grief, you have to hold on to that sadness, that pain, that anguish, and you have to feel that all the time. It's bullshit. You see, the problem with those definitions is that, well, most of them don't say what grief is. The ones who do, they claim grief to be an emotion equal to sadness or anguish. But it's not an emotion. It's not an emotion. It's not defined to be sadness. Grief does not equal sadness. Grief is a feeling. And like when you're in love, when you feel love, love is a feeling. And when you are in love, can you be happy? Can you be angry? I know I love my husband to bits. And sometimes I look at him and I light up. And other times I see the trash he forgot on the counter for the 100th time, and I might feel a little angry. But I still love him. Because love is a feeling. I can have any emotion. And it's the same with grief. Grief is a feeling. You can absolutely live with it and experience all the emotions that are available to every human being. So I implore you, please start thinking about grief for what it is and not what it's been told you that it is. You can and you should and you must live with your grief and be happy. We all have wounds, but embrace your scars and we can all heal beautifully.